Sorry, I had to end the video because time was running out. But very good win for City. Well done. The derby between Sunderland and Newcastle United. And let's be honest, that was a game where it wasn't a good game. It wasn't a good game, but you kind of expect that because when this kind of obviously there's a huge rivalry and a huge level of hatred between Sunderland and Newcastle, and you would expect like a kind of a cagey, not much football game kind of, and it was like that. I don't think it was in football side, in general side, it wasn't a good game in my opinion. But in terms of the atmosphere, the enthusiasm, the passion, the players, the fighting spirit, it was there. That you want to see in a emotion side of the derby. Obviously, there was 8 fouls from both teams. You look at the yellow cards. There was like a couple of yellow cards from Newcastle players and Sunderland players. I won't say it was a huge level of hatred in the derby because, like I said, there was not much. I don't think it was a beautiful game in terms of spectacle, football spectacle. It wasn't like both teams attacking, creating chances. It wasn't like that, but it was like kind of cagey, not something. No, both teams like cautious, not trying to do too much. It was like kind of both teams like scared to do something wrong. And it kind of showed it because you look at the own goal. I mean, Volta-Mede, I mean, what are you doing, mate? And that moment gifted the Sunderland the win. And congratulations to Sunderland for winning the derby. I mean, I saw you saw the guys the video, the photo what they celebrated. It was a copy of when Newcastle 2 seasons ago when they won the derby at Sunderland in the FA Cup. They took a similar picture to Sunderland did in this game yesterday. So great level of housery, I should say. But yeah, but yeah, like very good win for Sunderland. I mean, the Sunderland manager has done a phenomenal job. I mean, 7th in the Premier League. I mean, they don't look like a team that's 7th in the Premier League. They look like a team that is in the top 4 because defensively they're so strong. Like, yes, going forward they're not like beautiful team to watch, but defensively they're so strong, so compact. At home they're so strong. I mean, at home this season they've been amazing at home. This season at home they've been absolutely amazing. I mean, I don't think they've lost that many games at home this season. Now, let me check. You look at their home records this season. They beat Newcastle, they beat Bournemouth, they drew with Arsenal, who were in a very good run of form. They drew with Everton, they beat Wolves, they drew with Aston Villa, they beat Brentford. They beat. The only game that they lost at home this season was in the Carabao Cup when they got knocked out by Huddersfield on penalties. Other than that, at home in the Premier League this season, they've been unbeaten, and that's what you should be. A team promoted side going to the Premier League should be a team that is called like a fortress, a bit like Tony Pulis were under with the Stoke City, where it was the cold, rainy night in Stoke. And he made it a fortress because he made it a fortress and made it difficult for teams to go there and win. And that's what Sunderland are like. They're the modern day Stoke. They make it difficult for other teams to beat them in their place. Because the defensive they're so strong, so difficult to beat. And the defensive is so strong and they have a good atmosphere. The fans are ecstatic, the passion. They've got great players like Granit Xhaka, in my opinion, the best signing of the Premier League this season, in my opinion. He's been absolutely amazing for Sunderland in terms of leadership, in terms of quality, in general, amazing. And you could clearly see the experience of Sunderland players like Granit Xhaka is helping Sunderland in the Premier League, and especially with how well they've done. Listen, can they qualify for Europe? I don't think so because I don't think they can keep this level of performance in a 38 game campaign season, but they have every chance to finish top 10 in the mid-table, and for sure they're safe. They're safe because I can't see them, even if they don't have as good of a second half season as they had in the first half season. I don't see them going down because this is not like a team that goes down. Like the way they perform this season, amazing. So yeah, they've been fantastic this season, and especially at home they've been very difficult to beat. So well done to Sunderland. For Newcastle, more pressure on Eddie Howe. I mean, another loss. I mean, I mean, Newcastle were like difficult. Like, Newcastle like were like it wasn't a good performance. They had a good couple of uh, you know results. Winning against Everton, winning against Man City, should have won against Leverkusen in my opinion. Beating Burnley, drawing Tottenham, and they should have won against. They had a good run of results, but when in this kind of game, when it's a big derby, when obviously there's a huge level of hatred from the fans, between Sunderland and Newcastle, the players of Newcastle should feel it from the Newcastle fans that there's a level of hatred between Sunderland and Newcastle. They should feel it because obviously you see players like Bruno Gomes. He's a player that like he feels the Newcastle fans' emotions and feelings. He feels them. He feels it. That's why he does it with passion. He's like, yeah, go on, go on. But whereas in this game, I didn't see any passion, any fight from the Newcastle players. I didn't see it. So that's my opinion. So it wasn't a good performance from Newcastle, and I think they deserve to lose, even though Sunderland didn't do too much, but like Newcastle, Sunderland, kept their heads and they didn't do mistakes. Whereas Newcastle, they didn't do too much and they made mistakes. So yeah, Nottingham Forest beat Tottenham 3-0. Hudson-Odoi 2 goals and Sangare with a goal. I mean, very good performance from Nottingham Forest. They were fantastic, and this Nottingham Forest side, it's a reminiscent of a Sean Dyche side where. This is what you expect on the Sean Dyche side, where they're going forward, they can be very good, and defensively they're so strong. And this is what it's like that in a Nottingham Forest side. Very strong defensively, but going forward, they've got top end of the end players of the pitch who can score goals like Hudson-Odoi, and Nottingham Forest showed that in this game. Very good performance from Nottingham Forest. It was a similar performance. I would say the better performance they showed was against Liverpool away, but this was like similar to that. It was a very, very good. Defensively, they were so strong. Very good performance for Nottingham Forest. Amazing. And Sean Dyche deserves a lot of credit. Because for sure, Nottingham Forest in the first half of the season, when they had problems, obviously Nuno and Ange, they had difficulties. But for sure, since Sean Dyche came in, they've been much better. That's for sure. But for Tottenham, I mean, I saw Thomas Frank before the game in Twitter saying Twitter there was a viral clip went. And he said that Nottingham Forest are going to sit back and we're going to have possession, and Nottingham Forest are going to rely on mistakes from our side. And well, it was completely the opposite of how Thomas Frank thought. I mean, and I've seen Tottenham fans already question Thomas Frank that they should be sacked. I said it before. Tottenham's problem is not the coach; is the upstairs. And yes, I know Daniel Levy left, but he's the consequence of what happened to Tottenham. What has happened to Tottenham for the last 15, 20 years, even though they won the Europa League. It's not the kind of Tottenham way that Tottenham fans want. So yeah, but again, it's typical Tottenham. Why am I wasting my time? Aston Villa, another win for Aston Villa. They keep winning. I mean, in some stages again, West Ham was gonna get a draw, they were gonna win, and still they come back and they still win. Another win for Aston Villa, another win for Unai Emery. Brentford drew 1-1 with Leeds, but another win for Unai Emery and for Aston Villa. I mean, can they finish in the top four? Can they already challenge for the title, as people say? Listen, I don't think they're gonna challenge for the title. I mean, you look at their form, it's amazing. Morgan Rogers is in a superb run of form, by the way, and should he start for England in the World Cup? Listen, he doesn't have a huge amount of experience, but he's making a case to be there. With his level performances, how he's performing, how is he smashing it for Aston Villa, amazing. He's been phenomenal this season as well, phenomenal. 2 goals, fantastic. But you look at Aston Villa's form, they've been amazing. You look at since 26th of October, they've only lost 1 game. The rest they won all of them, and the only game they lost was against Liverpool away. They beat City, they won some games in the Europa League. They won against Bournemouth, Leeds, Wolves, Brighton, Arsenal, West Ham, and it's not like they played against poor teams. They played against very, very good teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, City. It's not like they played some scrubs or something. So, yeah, and listen, they've still got difficult games coming up though. United at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal away, but the way they're performing right now is amazing, and the turnaround as well, fantastic. I think in the first 5-6 games of this season, they were having difficulties. Aston Villa, they didn't win any game, and I remember Unai Emery was questioning his players as being lazy after Sunderland, and for them to have this level of turnaround, amazing. The credit should go to the players and also to Unai Emery. Fantastic. They're making a very good case to qualify for the Champions League next season. Can they win the title? No, they can't, because I don't trust Aston Villa, even though they've been amazing. I don't trust them to keep this level of performance in a 38-game campaign. They don't have the squad and they don't have the players to do that. So, but it's not a shame, because nobody expects Aston Villa to win the league. So, yeah. La Liga, Barcelona win the game on Saturday against Osasuna. They win 2-0. Good win for Barcelona. Clean sheet, 2 goals from Rafinha as well. It was quite nervy before 70 minutes, and you think like, okay, could Osasuna scrape a draw here, but Barcelona get the job done at the end. Real Madrid save Alonso's job for another time as they beat Deportivo Alaves 2-1. Goals from Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vincente. Some of the decisions that went against Real Madrid were quite strange, to be honest with you, in this game, but Real Madrid win the game. Very important win for Xabi Alonso and for the players. Both the bounce back as well. Especially the Barcelona beat Osasuna and they went 7 points clear, so it was important for Real Madrid to bounce back. Even though Villarreal have 2 games in hand, and if they win both of them, they will go second above Real Madrid actually. So, but yeah, very important win for Real Madrid. Very important win considering they've had some difficult results. Serie A, Juventus win 1-0 against Bologna. Napoli lose again. More problems continue for Antonio Conte's side. AC Milan drop points against Sassuolo. Inter win 2-1 against Genoa, and Inter go top of the Serie A. I don't think many people expected that start of the season, considering the manager who they brought in. Who I didn't think that he was that good. So credit to him. He's done a decent job there. However, they lost 4 games, so it's not that good. But they are top of the Serie A, and Bundesliga, you've got Bayern Munich, who drew 2-2 against Mainz. However, they're still in a very good league lead in the Bundesliga, 9 points clear, so they should be fine. And finally, Ligue 1, as Paris Saint-Germain are second, and Lens go top of the Ligue 1, because Paris Saint-Germain they won against Mainz 3-2. However, Lens won 2-0 yesterday. Lens are top of the Ligue 1. I didn't know that. That's strange, because PSG won their last 2 games. They won against Mainz and they won against Saint-Germain. It's the games before that they... It's quite strange, but Lens are having a very good season. They are top of the... How can I not know this? How can I know that Lens are not top of the Ligue 1? Maybe because PSG are that good and they've won the Champions League, we expect them to be top. But well done to Lens. They're the top, and are they going to stay there? No, I don't think so. I still expect PSG to win the French league, but they've been very, very good. They don't play European football, which kind of helps them, but still, you have to give them a lot of credit. They're in an amazing run of form. They've won how many games now? 6 games in a row, which is very, very impressive for a team like Lens as well, who are not playing much European football. So well done. They're having a very, very good season. They're the best defensive team. So yeah, amazing. Having an amazing season. That's for sure. So a lot of credit has to go to the players and also to Pierre Sage, the manager of Lens. He's doing a very, very good job there. So well done. But I still expect PSG to win. You look at teams like Lille and Marseille. They're not far away also from the top. They're 5 points behind. But again, let's not kid ourselves. PSG is still going to win the French league. So they have the squad and they have the players. They have everything that you would like in a football team. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time, and goodbye.